Mr. Slater, I was just coming to find you.
Everything okay?
Dr. Delano's inside the ICU. He needs to see you right away. It's Ian.
Well, he's recovering very nicely from abdominal surgery. His vitals are strong. Stitches are out.
Okay, so what are we waiting for?
Actually, we're just observing, making sure your little one continues to heal the way he has been doing. And if you decide to go ahead with the cochlear implant surgery...
Oh, I don't want to discuss that right now. I hate to put Spike in the crib. I hate not holding him, you know. Every time I go to pick him up, I'm afraid I'm going to hurt him.
No, he seems fine to me. Just continue being very gentle.
I don't mean to be pushy, but can you give me a ballpark of when we can get him out of here? Just so I have some idea.
Barring any big change, I see no reason why you can't take him home in a day or two.
What's wrong?
Your son has suffered another setback. We've detected hemorrhaging in Ian's brain.
What does that mean?
Brain hemorrhaging is not unusual in premature babies, but it is serious. That's why we have to go in and relieve the pressure right away.
I know, but what does it mean?
Well, his prognosis, we won't know until we see the severity of the problem, and we won't be able to tell until we take a look.
You can fix him, right?
Anytime you have bleeding and pressure on the brain, there's a risk of permanent damage. Mr. Slater, this can't wait. Find your wife.
He was eating, getting better. What happened here, Joe?
It's a common problem with premature infants. But Dr. Delano has fixed brain hemorrhages in infants as young as Ian.
Kendall and I were just feeding him. We're just not feeding him.
It's critical we act right away. We have to relieve the pressure on Ian's brain.
He's too small. He's too young for this, Joe. We can't get this.
Ian can pull through.
You said the worst was behind him.
Well, it may be. You can't lose hope.
Where's that nurse? Supposed to find Kendall. I needed to be here.
We have a few more minutes while the surgical team prepares.
I can't go looking for it. I need to be here with Ian. He's going into surgery. What am I supposed to do?
It's all right. You stay here. I'll go see if I can find out.
What is it? What's wrong with Ian?
He has a brain hemorrhage, and they got to go in and try to relieve it. And Kendall is not here. We can't
I know,
find
she's
her.
not in the room, and neither is Spike. I thought maybe they were here with
What do you
you.
mean she's not? Oh, no.
I'll alert security to look for
She
her.
got a phone call from some doctor saying he had a miracle cure, a way to make Spike hear again.
What?
Yeah, probably some quack. I don't know. I haven't had a chance to check him out.
So you think that they left the hospital? Who was this doctor?
I don't care who the doctor was. Kendall needs to be here.
Security says Kendall's car is gone.
Thank you for seeing me today.
Well, your case is of great interest to me. Oh. If you wouldn't mind switching that off when you're here. It allows us to focus completely on your son.
Yes. Of course. All right, get it. Okay. So, how did you hear about Spike?
Well, you and your son have won yourselves quite a few admirers.
Why are you so sure that you can help him? And all of the other doctors said that his condition is irreversible.
I know, and Dr. Norton is a fine practitioner.
But he made a mistake? I mean, was his diagnosis wrong? Are there other tests that we could run?
Now, I don't doubt your son's diagnosis.
But on the phone, you said that you...
I would like to try to help you. But first, I need to examine your son, look over his records, and then I can give you some answers.
So you think it's possible that they made a mistake?
It's more likely a lack of vision. Simply because I agree with your son's diagnosis doesn't mean I believe in the same prognosis.
Thank God. I told them, I knew that there had to be something else that they could do.
Well, I can imagine how you felt when you got the news. Everyone around you encouraging you to adapt and move on to the next traditional step.
They want to do more surgery on Spike's skull. cochlear implants.
And that's an option, but for me, it's always been the very last option.
I feel like it would be giving up. And that I am not ready to do.
So you're a fighter.
Yeah, when it comes to my son, absolutely.
Well, congratulations on being an advocate for your son's health.
It's just that Dr. Norton sounded so certain that surgery was the only way.
And I respect Dr. Norton immensely.
But sometimes you don't agree with him.
Or any doctor who believes that all cases are textbook cases. I don't believe in absolutes.
So you think that you can help my son?
Well, I don't promise miracles.
Come on. Her phone's off.
And you don't remember this doctor's name?
No, I don't remember the doctor's name. If I knew his name, we wouldn't be here.
I'm going to check with Dr. Danilo about Ian.
I'm sorry, man. If I knew who it was, just mention the name once.
I understand. I just...
What am I supposed to do? It's all she said. She said the name one time.
Okay,
I
it's
wasn't paying
okay. It's
attention.
all right. The thing is that when Kendall gets desperate like this, that's when she starts doing crazy stuff. That's what I'm worried about.
Okay. So what do we do? Should I leave here and try to find her? As a procedure, I gotta...
No, you should stay. You stay. Stay here. I will find Kendall and Spike, all right?
Thank you. Ryan,
Yeah.
it's a time issue.
We'll get him back.
If something happens to Ian and Kendall's not there...
I got it. Ted, we have an emergency with Kendall and Spike, and I need your help.
Premature infant's brain is still developing. The membrane between the capillaries and the ventricles is very fragile. That's why the majority, up to 40%, of the premature infants can develop this condition, and even in the first week.
That's why I had a sonogram every day.
Yeah, that's right. That's the issue we've been monitoring. Main thing here is to make sure that we relieve the pressure on his brain.
Is it gonna hurt him?
We'll do our best to control that situation.
It's not the answer I was looking for.
Zach, he'll have no memory of it.
But I will, Joe. I will.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
What if we don't do this procedure? You know, what if we wait it out?
We can't. And we need your authorization.
How long can we wait for Kendall?
I will devote myself to Spike's recovery completely.
I will count on that, Mrs. Slater.
There's something else you should know. I just had another baby. A little boy. He was born premature, and he's still in the hospital.
Well, this must be enormously difficult for your family.
I haven't been able to spend enough time with him because I've been so worried about Spike. You ever feel like you're being pulled in half?
How's your support system?
We're very lucky.
And your husband, he's willing to go down this road with Spike?
I'm not so sure he'll be on board.
You absolutely have to talk to him about this. He does know you're here.
I mentioned you.
But this appointment, you told him about it.
Not exactly. He's got our other son to deal with.
Mrs. Slater, my treatment of your son can't be a secret between you and your husband. You will need his help.
Okay, but I don't want to fight with my husband right now. He's so worried about our other little boy.
As are you.
Yes, of course.
And as you said, you feel as though you're being pulled in two different directions.
What are you getting at?
This will only work for Spike if it is a team effort. You and I working together.
Yes, and I agreed.
Every ounce of your energy has to be on this child's recovery. You have to focus on this child. Can you do that?
Heard about Ian. How is he?
He needs his mother. I need her.
Kendall's not here?
She took off with Spike.
What?
She's in some miracle mission. She turned off her phone. No one knows where she is.
Do you need me to go look
I asked
for
her
her?
not to take Spike out of the hospital until she's ready, looking for some quack, but still, she pulled him out.
Well, maybe she thought that this guy...
I don't care.
Sorry. Is there something that I can... Something I can do?
No.
All right, well, I'm gonna stay here.
Every hour is another battle. Because life is determined to beat this little guy down.
Well, they're gonna use, it's a really thin needle. Sorry.
You think he knows something's wrong?
I don't know. But I can say those doctors do know what they're doing. Your son has a good chance of coming out of this perfectly normal.
Thanks, man.
I know it's a roller coaster ride right now with a baby this young. It's difficult for everyone. Premie's gonna have good days and bad days. Unfortunately, this just happens to be a not so good day. The thing is, what used to be a miracle a few years ago is now happening every day today. And every day that your son is with us, he's one day closer to being your miracle.
I can and I will focus on Spike.
You know, Kendall knew Ian was in
She
trouble.
doesn't know.
She'll be back. Just keep doing what you're doing. Focus on Ian.
All right, fine. I'll be right here. I'm not going anywhere. Kendall has no idea how much she was needed here today.
Okay, so when is our next appointment?
Well, I would like to see Spike at least twice a week.
Okay, not a problem.
And you'll need to cut all the interference out of his life. I suggest you check him out of the hospital, take him home. And let me know how Spike's father feels about all this.